Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to discuss Uber Eats. I know there's been a lot of discussion about DoorDash and even Instacart, but today specifically I'm going to be talking about Uber Eats. They've been kind of sliding under the radar lately, and I think people need to address some of the main issues that they have been experiencing with Uber Eats other than the low payouts. So I'm going to be covering that today. I'm going to be showing you guys my screenshots of what it is I wanted to discuss today. So stay tuned. Uber Eats, you can get it too, honey. Everybody else been getting tagged in the court system for stealing people's tips. First it was Instacart. Well, actually before Instacart, you had DoorDash and Hot Heat. For one reason or another, I haven't really researched why they were under fire, and there was a class action lawsuit on them. But first it was them. Most recently Instacart for stealing tips. Now DoorDash is back in court for stealing tips. Uber Eats, my eyes are wide open. I've been meaning to make a video about this for a long time, so here it is. Uber Eats, don't understand with these quests. How do they classify them? Promotions, I would say. I don't understand why I'm not hitting my promotions anymore. And it seems a little too coincidental that whenever I do, I stop receiving. Whenever I get close to making the actual goal in those quests, I suddenly stop receiving pings. I don't get any more pings. I don't get any more orders that come through or anything. Now, I haven't used Uber in about a week or so. And that's because I'm a little conflicted about this. But if you look at my trip history, the last time I used Uber Eats was February the 16th. As you can see, I started at 4:47. I did go offline maybe for a little bit because I was handling another order. But if you can see, I came back on at 6:19 p.m. And my last delivery was made at 7:32, or not necessarily delivery. My last ping I received was at 7:32. I believe I delivered that at around about 8 o'clock, maybe a few minutes after 8. Actually, it was after 8 because I remember sitting in the parking lot at one of my spots that I kind of sit and wait for orders to come through in a no hot spot, and I waited for about maybe 40 minutes at most. I want to say it was 8:14, and it was almost like 9 o'clock, and I did not get any more orders that came through at all. Now, if we go and look at the previous day, yeah, you can see here, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to February the 15th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mind you, you have to have 5 orders completed. You have to basically deliver 5 orders within one night, and you'll get the quest for an extra, I believe, $9 for 5 orders in a row. Completed, delivered, not canceled or anything like that. But as you can see, on February the 15th, same thing happened. You can see where I hopped online and I received one order close to 7. The next one was at 7:48, and the next one, obviously this 7:48 one, I'm pretty sure that was a far out one. Yeah, 20 minutes and 45 seconds in duration, so you can see that there. But same thing happened again, and then I believe this night, if I remember correctly, I was waiting around, and I told my husband, I said, you know what, it's been a few too many times in the past that I just went home and just said, screw it, I'm just going to go home. I'm going to actually wait this time. and wait diligently to see if another order is going to come through so I can get the quest. Well, I waited, and I believe it was like around 10:30. I believe it was 10:30, maybe 10:20, and I received a ping, and it was for Red Lobster, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a good, I'm just thinking in my head like, okay, finally I got the 5th one. I'm gonna go pick this up. It's gonna be great. Red Lobster, I'm not expecting just no cheddar biscuits, honey. I'm expecting some cheddar biscuits with some lobster tail and some shrimps and some fish and pasta and everything else. And I get there, I don't normally eat at Red Lobster, so I don't know their general time frame of when they're open, especially on weekends and when they close. But I got there and I'm like, okay, it's still cars and everything in the parking lot. I know it's close to closing time. It has to be. I get out the car, I go to the front door, and the front door is locked. And I look at the time frame that they are open to, and I believe they are open until like 10 or 10:30. And I was like, well, maybe they went ahead and called this order in right before they closed, and they went ahead to honor it. But long story short, they said no, they canceled the order. It was already closing time, too close to closing time, and they could not do that or complete that order. So on this night, I didn't get the 4th or the 5th order as well. So as you can see here in the past, I just have been decreasing the amount of time that I've been on Uber Eats. Excuse me. But if you do go back to February the 3rd, you'll see again where 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, again, my normal start time, as you can see, is close to 6 o'clock. And I normally go as late as about 9 o'clock. No, excuse me, about 10 or 10:30. And yeah, it just was not happening. This was the rare time that I did. I believe I definitely got the quest on this day. Definitely a busy day. I think I was primarily using Uber Eats that day. So yeah, it's and you know what? I need to double check that because I don't even remember getting compensated once for the quest. But if you look at this, I'm showing back where I was, I stopped doing Uber Eats and all that for a while. As you can see, it says August the 12th. And then recently I started back this year. I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and jump back in and do my thing, So this is the first one. I'm at the quest that day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I'm at the quest that day. And technically, no, I believe the second day was in a week. No, I need to double check these to see if I got the quest on these. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 away from the 10, which is like $20. So yeah, things are going well then. But then when I hit back in February, I noticed a change in Uber Eats as far as getting the deliveries, Even the pay had kind of went up, like, wow, $10.38 for a delivery. I believe that's with tip, obviously, but still $4 is some change. As you can see, $10 is some change with the tips and stuff. Go back to January, it was $6.19, $5.51. So, but for Uber Eats, that's, you normally get like $3 and some change payouts. So praying for a tip, So yeah, even this one, $7.97 delivery at 3:17 p.m. So when February hit, I noticed a big change. The beginning of February looked promising, and then it kind of dwindled back down. As you can see, I had a lot more $3 deliveries here on the 2nd and the 3rd. Okay, it's a little shaky here. Okay, and I stopped kind of doing it as much because I'm like, okay, I'm not hitting the quest. Not necessarily hitting the quest, but a lot of I think a lot of pings were not coming through. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was mainly focused on DoorDash at that time. I wasn't really fooling with them like that. Really tough. And then you go back and you see on February the 15th, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I was like, not getting the quest. Only 4 trips. Okay. So I think at that time I said, screw it. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go home. And that was after that whole Red Lobster fiasco. And then again, the same thing happened the next day. And at this point, on the 16th, that's when I was sitting out there in the parking lot, and I was waiting to see if another one would come through. And it, almost 40 plus minutes, nothing came through. This is on like a Saturday night where things should be, I'm in a hot area, hot spot. Nothing. So I'm kind of questioning, and I'm looking at Uber Eats with the side eye really hard, especially with a lot of these companies coming out. A lot of things are coming to light on these companies, and it's not looking good for them. They are certainly appearing to be the ones who are getting over on the contractors, aka the workers, aka technically the employees without benefits. And not looking good for Uber Eats, not looking good for DoorDash, Postmates. I don't really mess with them at all. I don't think necessarily Postmates is dishonest or is hiding anything. They just don't pay you. And they want you to run about 15 minutes out the way for $3 and some change. I just can't do it. So yeah, has anyone else experienced this with Uber Eats? Certainly not a good look for Uber Eats. And already, people were complaining about their payouts. And their payouts are looking like they're going back down. And not only that, but the quests, the incentives for you to continue to pick up orders and deliver them for the quests. And I have noticed a pattern that when I am actually going after a quest, normally the $9 one, suddenly after my 4th delivery, I no longer receive any pings. So I would like to know if anyone else has experienced this, anyone else has noticed this. Have you been paying attention to this? Is it just me? Could it possibly be a glitch? I don't know. That's something that I would certainly like to know. So from you guys, the viewers, leave a comment below. Let me know your experience with Uber Eats. Let me know if with Uber Eats you have noticed that you have not been able to meet the quest, the requirements to get a quest bonus, so to speak. And if you feel as if though Uber Eats is doing it intentionally, is it coincidental? I don't really believe in coincidences, but is it coincidental? Am I just being over the top because all the other companies or the other app companies, gig app companies are under fire right now? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting or helpful, eye-opening, or you just like the content that I put out, certainly give me a thumbs up and subscribe. But yeah, let me know, guys. I'm curious to see what kind of response I'll get with this. Until next time, be safe and get the bag. Peace.